adam16 TV. It's Cuz OP here back with another reaction. This time we're reacting to adam22 cancels all shows for underperforming. I know I've already been reacting to these, but I feel like these are the dudes he handpicked to kamikaze the show. So we're gonna react to this. Screen record start 3, 2, 1. Video playing now. Hold on. Like, subscribe, share again. But Menace Material Entertainment is their channel. Go check them out.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing a lot more of those, right?
AJ is the one.
I've been doing fucking trillion of them my whole life. So
on the right, in the back,
you know,
on the
reason, like,
on the
you know,
other two.
My attitude with cutting off the news and like some of the weekly shows, it's not like, oh, I need to produce way more content to be able to like match the amount of content that we were making with other people. It's more just like, I want to focus on higher quality stuff as opposed to like scheduled content in which people really only feel like they just got to show up. Because there may have been a little bit too much of going on. Yeah.
That makes complete sense to me. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, there's no rule that just because No Jumper put out an average of 20 videos a week.
So what I am going to say is having the random fluctuation all the time of people and stuff like that obviously was going to become a problem because there's so many people. It's not like you got name tags and badges around this motherfucker. That's not what's going on. I get that. But the randomly showing up to do the podcast thing, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't think that's so much a bad thing as long as it's within a gapped schedule. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there necessarily needs to be a set time as much as it's like, you know what I'm saying, from like 12 to 6 you should have recorded. You feel me?
For the last year or two that we need to keep doing that. Like if we get down to 8 videos a week, then I mean, who gives a fuck if it's good quality?
I think one of the things that a lot of people forget too, because it's like no matter what, anytime you go through an era, it's gonna be is No Jumper finish. That's just gonna be the main headline. But I think a lot of people realize, or they always forget, that as long as nothing happens to YouTube, which YouTube seems like this one of the most stable platforms out here in terms of longevity, when you have a certain when you have a catalog, the catalog can carry you very far for a very long time, you know? And then not only that, you've had different
real different eras. You got the white table era, then you got, like, you know what I'm saying, starting to get some money, we're gonna buy a building era, or to buy the store era. Then now we buy the building. Then we go back and buy the store and we got the building. You know what I'm saying? He went through a lot of eras.
Rates of uploads and hits throughout these last however many 10 years that you've been doing this shit anyway. So it's like you even dropping everything off and going down to quality over quantity, you still have a back catalog that's gonna hit for forever. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain places that can't go down.
Like, yeah, it depends on how far you go with it though, because there is an expectation we have for that channel of how much we view the channel. So the moment that the channel goes down in viewing, it's not necessarily that people are going to quit watching. You're right. The back catalog will keep people going long enough that you don't got to worry about them quitting watching. But they will start to comment about, damn, I feel like there should be more, you know what I'm saying, more content. So you guys still keep up a level of it. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, Monday through Friday, well, if I'm saying Monday through Sunday, I expect to see Adam in them at least 3 to 4 times. I do. Even if that's just his channel, you know what I'm saying? Because these bitches only an hour long. We got 24 hours in a day, nigga. You got somewhere between 12 hours of downtime. I expect to see at least somewhere from 20 minutes to 30 minutes to everybody I watch his content at least once to 3 times a week.
Our Facebook makes a good amount of money for us every month, and our Facebook is primarily like this team just taking like vintage No Jumper clips and like repurposing them for. So it's like we already are like monetizing our back catalog in like ways that I really could not have seen a couple years ago. Yeah. So there is something to the back catalog thing. But,
and it's I think you and Vlad work your catalog the most out of everybody that I've seen. I would say, like, so when I first started podcasting, I was just
Adam does it here and there now, but Vlad has always been doing the rewinds. He got a name for it too, but he does that shit like all the time. You'll see a podcast from like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. He got reminded of it, so he had him repost it. You'll see that shit like all the time.
That I picked up from each different person. So I started doing a podcast because I was working at an office job, and I was like, this seems easy, and I want to do it, but I didn't know what equipment to use. Your setup was so basic that I was like, oh, all I need is an iPhone, and then I would like zoom in on your computer and see in your mixer, and I'm like, oh, that's all I need.
Oh wow.
It's a mixer.
You don't even need a haircut.
Yeah,
You just,
so,
you
yeah.
just do something.
Yeah.
Say, that was growing.
Your hair transplant doesn't look as bad in person. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's coming in.
Yeah.
Every day it gets a little better.
It's coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's hit and miss on the episodes because you gotta remember he had a full main and shit the first time he did it with AD and then was around, and now he back like getting it back.
Which one is that? The
You like
second
a
one?
chia third one. But I got more follicles the third one. I got as many follicles as I got in the first and the second one combined.
I feel like you're talking like.
Just to say, like this
Yeah,
one was way more hairs that should last me a lot longer than either of the first ones.
All right, so since we're on that real quick, and then I'll go back to what I was saying, you have to be done with it after this. If this one don't stick, you just got to go bald.
I believe this will carry me through to 50.
But what
Oh,
else?
so you know this isn't forever either with this.
Well, I mean, I feel like
That boy, he got that Trey Young, you know what I'm saying? You know Trey Young is he cold at basketball, but the way his hair is like bird nest, like you can see through it. Even though he got hair, he got like Trey Young.
based on the past ones I got, that usually it stopped the procession of the hairline going back for like 7 years
Got you. Okay.
or so. So
So
like
at 50, you'll just let it go.
I don't know. Am I gonna give a fuck about my hair at 50? You never really
Probably
know.
not.
Probably not.
It'd be weird to be like a farmer with like a hair transplant.
Yeah, that's true.
Because farmer with the hair, with
Yeah.
maybe I'll be a farmer.
Does it turn colors, or would you have to dye it as you get older?
I do see the gray creeping in on the side, but I don't believe that the hair transplant has anything to do with the actual color. Like if this part of your hair isn't turning gray, then the hairs that you take from the back they're gonna grow in the color that this would have grown. I
Supposed to
think.
be
I don't know.
transplanted. Yeah.
God damn.
But yeah, bro, your setup was so basic. It was like, yeah, but just go back.
No, but the early days, it was an iPhone on a bike stand,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, literally.
I hired a guy off of fucking like Craigslist to help me like buy the right setup, and then like help monitor the sound for the first couple episodes.
Got
you.
you.
know?
Yeah, so like I took y'all setup because it was so basic. It was like $300 on Amazon.
Okay, so we learned a lot from the beginnings of the podcast. Started off with a bike stand and show you that you don't need much. I mean, I got a real camera stand now, but at one point I didn't. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't need
And
much.
then you already have the iPhone. But then
And mind you, I've had this
Vlad
for
and
like
you
forever.
and
So it's not
Vlad, y'all
even
work your
like shit I
catalogs
just
more than
got.
everybody else. Like, cause y'all post your shit everywhere. It's not just YouTube. People try to like pigeonhole you to just YouTube, but you be having Snap, Facebook, like all type of shit. And same with Vlad. You know, he's like the nickel and dime master in terms of just content. And I feel like he's on all those platforms as well too. So y'all just like monetize it in more ways. Y'all monetize the actual view more than other platforms.
Yeah, like a piece of content, an hour of content is worth so much more to me in my mind now than it used to be when it was just YouTube.
Yeah.
Because all that shit could have its own lifespan.
channel and
And
shit like
over
that.
the years, you could run it like multiple times and shit, you know?
Yep.
And you even said with this new evolution, you was looking at like Vlad as like, you know, what you were trying to go for.
Yeah, I mean, like, Vlad,
Which is ironic because it feels like Vlad and vice versa was going for some Adam22 thing with the Ari Spears thing. Yeah, he's a comedian, but he's starting his own little shows with people to give it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
could have a fucking news show going every
Function to
morning.
it.
Why does he not do it? Probably because he thinks it would end up being like sort of low quality in the end, you know?
It
And
was
just
a waste of time. Like, who wants to hear Vlad report on the weather?
Or like, I just like the way his content is a little bit more purposeful. We got shit to talk about. Let's do an episode.
Yeah.
But he also has a certain amount of like respect and class when it comes to his shit, right? Like,
Oh, I'm so classy. What are you talking about?
I mean, you're not the
No,
class.
this is-
Yeah, but like it's like the difference between, I wouldn't say Chick-fil-A and Waffle House. It's like the difference between like IHOP and Waffle House. Vlad is IHOP. You know what I'm saying? Well known, good quality. You know what I'm saying? Decent quality for what it is, but good quality for this conversation. And then Adam's like Waffle House. It's still great. It's purposeful. Everybody probably want to go there more than they want to go to IHOP majority of the time. You feel me? But that's what makes it special. I wonder what happens when you take away that out of the equation. The not ratchetness, but the air of like not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? We'll say that.
It's a shit show in a way
Because
that
you're starting to
Vlad
give a
is.
fuck
Vlad
more.
is very
And you
clean,
was
cut,
originally the
professional.
one who
Nobody's
didn't
smoking
give a fuck.
cigarettes or
Right.
going to the bathroom or
It's like-
whatever. His shit is very like well polished. And
Like, why
produced,
would you
know?
put Red Bull in a wine glass?
Yeah. And you don't want to be like, do you want to be that clean, or you just
No.
want to be cleaner?
I just felt like the news and the weekly shows were like not really doing what they were supposed to do. At
Red
this
Bull
point.
in a wine glass.
I'm not gonna say no, but that was just like too much. That's all I'm saying. It's just like a little too much content. I don't think we need to make that much content. We should focus on the content that we do put out being
Right.
top notch.
Yeah, I get it.
So, what are you passionate about right now?
Doing interviews is probably like my main passion in life, I guess, aside from like making money. Also, I guess, is guys up there. Plug talk is. But I don't feel passionate about fucking
No,
bitches.
you're passionate about
it's
it.
fun.
You're passionate about it.
I'm probably like not any more passionate about my own sex life than I'm probably way less into my own sex life than the average person. It's just I'm doing shit on camera, but it's so different, and people don't really get that.
Yeah, because it's a
It's
content.
not the same as like some personal shit. Like it's we're getting money. I get what he means because I ain't had conversations with regular. Like, not saying I'm not regular, but so I didn't realize I didn't have space on my camera like that. But what I was about to say was I talked to people about it before, and they don't really realize that's a business. You're doing it to play on the fantasies of people. Like it's just like people. I guess you say going to a strip club or going. I don't know another analogy, but we'll say going to a strip club. The reason why people, I ain't never been to one though, but like the reason why people go there is because women they're not telling them no. Like it's like they see the money, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna come give you a lap dance, blah blah blah, this, that, and third. When dudes go to watch porn, it's because it look like this girl's extra into like getting fucked. Like she not that she doesn't like having this, it's just that she's extra putting this on. Like she extra acting like she enjoy it. She extra just giving pussy for no reason. Like just met the pool guy. I ain't had no conversation with the pool guy before. Yeah, that might happen, but it's unrealistic. So that's what you go there for. So it's just not real. You know what I'm saying? That shit's fake. You get what I mean? That's just not real. And that a lot of people, when they get into shit like that, the reason why it gets played out so quick is because they treating this like they having like this is like a real sexual situation, and it's not like that. Right now you acting like, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me. Holler at me. Bye.